then why aren't you wearing the blazer? I don't want to wear it. Talk about it right now.
You already put pants on.
I have pants on.
I know.
I have pants on because it's cold. Welcome to the weekly news. Here we go. Welcome to the weekly news. I'm Iliza with the voice of a 90-year-old woman. Yes. With me as always is my Roja cohort, Alexis Roja Archer.
Hey guys, hola, Roja.
Roja! Roja! With me as always, super producer, but aloof, Brian Gramo.
I can't believe I'm here. I could be playing Skyrim right now. Nothing else is that important.
Yeah, Skyrim. I love it. It's my favorite basketball game. I've decided not to wear a blazer today because they're cumbersome and they make me feel ugly. So I had a shirt on, but it had green in it, and we couldn't wear that. So I'm wearing this shirt because zombies are things that people like. People need to get over zombies. Let's get to the hard-hitting facts that hold you after. Dateline! Yes! First of all, Seattle, thank you for a not only oversold out weekend, but not only for a sold out weekend, but an overly sold out weekend at Parlor Live. I appreciate that. I also had a note to make a joke about Skyrim job, but it was too late.
Wow, you're really phoning it in today.
Yeah.
Blazer.
Dateline! Dude calls 911, this pertains to you, 5 times over a broken iPhone. 48-year-old Michael Allen Skopik, not that the names really matter in these cases, of Bristol, Illinois, called 911 5 times to complain that his iPhone wasn't working. The cops went to his house probably because they thought he was like having a nervous breakdown, because what kind of normal person does that? And they arrested him for obstructing the peace. They should have a stupid tax. He's obviously crazy and shouldn't be out in society. I feel that way about most iPhone users.
I think you feel that way about most people because a lot of your sentences end with, they shouldn't be allowed in society.
You
shouldn't be allowed in society.
Absolutely. I have to say, like, who's crazy and who isn't. Here's my question. Here's my problem with the whole story. How did he make the call if his phone was broken?
Landlines still exist. The older you are, the more of them you have.
No one. How many landlines do you have? 9,000?
Oh, because I'm so old.
You are old and stupid.
Dateline!
Airports. Alaska Airlines and I had a tweet battle. For any of you that follow me on Twitter, you would have seen this the other day. I was coming home from Seattle, and I'm going to actually just reiterate the entire tweet, okay? So they told us, we're sitting on the plane, and they told us it was delayed because the catering truck was broken. 20 minutes into the delay, I took matters into my own hands, and I tweeted at Alaska Air. We're delayed 20 minutes because your catering truck broke down. Catering? Oh, you mean juice and water? I'll survive 2 hours without it. Let's go. 30 minutes in, I wrote again. Half-hour delay for catering. I could have been home eating already in the time it's taken you to unload cran apple juice and pretzels. And then they wrote back. Our apologies for the delay. Your comfort and well-being is important, and we wouldn't want to be able to not offer you anything. And I ignored the grammatical error and wrote back, at Alaska Air, nobody here cares. You're keeping everyone on the ground so you can feed your 10 first-class passengers lunch that should have been their breakfast. We are the 99%, JK about that last part. And BTW, it's a 2-hour flight. No one needs orange juice that badly. We're not dying of scurvy. Then they wrote, even with the short delay, we do still estimate an arrival close to on time, maybe 2 minutes before. So then I wrote, at Alaska Air, not sure you're gonna make it because the plane's gonna weigh more, what with all the water and juice you loaded in. And then when we landed, I did give them credit because we did get home 2 minutes early. And I thanked them, but I told them on principle I didn't eat or drink anything from catering.
Question.
Yes.
I've always wondered this about flights. If you can get us there 2 minutes early to make up for the 40 minutes that we were late, why not just get us there 2 minutes early to begin with? Why not just go faster? They always like make up for the time.
I can answer that actually.
Tailwinds. Voice of God, please do.
They plan on using a conservation-based amount of gas in their normal flight plans, and so if they do get behind, they can use extra horsepower in the engines to make up for lost time. So they buffer that into the schedule.
Actually, when it's in a plane, it's not called horsepower. It's called bird power.
I'm sorry.
It's called Pegasus power. Yeah, Greek mythology.
Icarus power.
In a tangentially related story, Travel and Leisure magazine did a list of the worst airports. You ready for this? What do you think the worst airport in the country is?
Newark, New Jersey.
Newark, New Jersey. Okay, Alexis?
MCI in Kansas, Missouri.
Okay, Brian, are you saying Newark because of its proximity to the state of New Jersey? Because
I mean, it's within the state
I know,
of New Jersey.
but
That pretty much
proximity
does
to-
it for me.
Fine, the Jersey Shore. It's actually Chicago Midway. The best time to fly out of there apparently is before 8 a.m. Got news for you. That's the best time to fly out of anywhere because no one's there. And the worst, I thought this was funny, is between 11 a.m. and 11 p.m. So all day. The best airport, anyone want to take a guess?
DFW.
Oh, close. I
Oh,
wish. It was in
classy.
there. Brian? Good.
Oh, the best airport? I don't know. I'm gonna go say LAX. I like LAX a whole lot. Actually.
It was up there and it dropped a point or two. It's SeaTac, Seattle Tacoma Airport. Best time to fly there is before 10 a.m. And the worst, it's only a 2-hour window. It's between 6 and 8 p.m. Not bad.
In the chat rooms, I have Kat Kirsty says, airports suck. And I know that that's a very...
That was enlightening. Thank you.
Yeah, it's not very enlightening, but compared to the story that you're telling about tweeting each other back and forth, I'm surprised they even gave you the time of day. Like, they practically frisk you before you get on airplanes these days. And the fact that they even, like, paid attention to your complaint
It's
is
kind of why
amazing
I
to
go
me.
fly at all. To get any action at all, I have to take
Well,
an airplane
here's
flight.
why. First of all, the people at TSA don't work for the airline, so one has nothing to do with the other. And the people that are at the airline have nothing to do with customer service. So customer service, thank God for Twitter, because it puts people in check and it holds you responsible when you lose my bag 3 times in a week or when you cancel a flight and don't tell people and like crappy things. And when you tweet about it, it's bad press. One time, United lost my bag like twice, and there was this horrible thing where they canceled all of our flights and then wouldn't book anyone. And so I tweeted about it, not wanting anything, and they gave me extra miles. So I love it because now it gives them a face. You can't just be dicks to us. You can't just be dick wolves to us.
Can I ask you about? Can I ask you about this? Then, whenever I'm upset with the service and I write a letter or I complain, I think the worst thing when I don't like a service is for them to offer me more of that service.
Well, they're offering a way to rectify it. What do you want them to do? Like go back in time? So they're doing the best they can. And sometimes it could be someone at baggage's fault that your bag didn't get through, not the check-in person. Like there's so many people. So the best they can do is try to rectify it.
DC Smith 1 in the chat rooms agrees with you, says, Twitter is awesome also to know what's currently irking the Kardashians.
Ugh. How about what's currently irking America? Them. Talk about backlash. Who knew that getting a divorce would make everyone hate you? Now all the tabloids are like, rehab, dying, asses falling off. Just die. Dateline! Just when you thought the GOP couldn't get any worse, Michelle Bachmann, shown here in a sweet pearl choker, and Herman Cain, everyone's favorite crazy grandpa,
And apparently a pimp now.
a blind
right?
pimp, he looks blind, both said that they support waterboarding. To be fair, no one cares about Michelle Bachmann, and Herman Cain kind of doesn't know what words mean. You can't waterboard.
I think that's racist.
That's not.
Just kidding. I agree.
Yeah.
You should not be able to waterboard unless you say we're going to torture the people that we capture. If you say, okay, we're passing a law, we're going to torture our enemies until they give us the information we want, 24 style, then fine, waterboard. But you can't be a nation that says that we're better than you and we respect human rights and then waterboard people.
So as long as we say that we're doing it, then it's okay.
Yeah.
You're saying as long as we don't
As
lie
long as
about
we
it.
pass a law that says
Yeah, because
we're allowed to do it,
we made our
then do
own
it.
rule saying that, hey, you know what, America doesn't torture, and that's a big thing.
Yeah.
Well, America doesn't torture. Well, Alexis saying as long as we just pass the rule, well,
That's-
now America tortures.
That's what this is about. They're saying they're okay with it. Whether it's legal or not, I'm saying even legal, you can't do that.
Yeah, I know this feels confusing, but I'm agreeing with you.
No, I'm saying, no, that's not what you're saying, actually. You're saying it's okay if you say you want to do it, just pass the law saying you can. I'm saying even if there is a law saying you can, it's not about lying or not, you can't have your morals at that level. You can't even say that it's legal and we make it legal and still do it. That's like saying, oh, as long as you're allowed to beat your wife, then it's okay to do it. Still not okay. You can't waterboard. It brings us down to the rest of the world's level. What is this? The Middle
Ew.
East? Dateline! Old Newt isn't necessarily good Newt. Newt Gingrich soars in new polls. Well, better the devil you know, right, folks? P.S. When I Googled Newt Gingrich, this was one of the first, 7 pictures that came up, in Google. So everyone likes him. Here's why he won't win. I didn't even make that. That was just there. the people kind of already said no to you, Newt. You've been around for a while, and even though you kind of sort of thought about running for president once, it never really got the nomination. It's pretty much a no. So take the hint. No one within the last 30 years has run for president or even dabbled with the idea, not followed through, and then come back to become president. Not since Nixon. So do your own fact checking. America likes bright, shiny, and new candidates. You're kind of like the girl we already hooked up with, and you keep coming to the party like, hey, boys. And we're like, no, Nudie, it's gross. Put it away. No one wants to see your old man balls. Their best bet is if you want to try and win, I don't know, try Dancing with the Stars. That seems to work.
You call him Nudie?
I do call him Nudie. It's better than Newt.
In the chat rooms, Eliza's My Woman Crush was saying, wow, the weekly news is getting really serious. And then that picture with the swastika came up. And I just thought that was pretty funny.
I like that you guys laughed at Nudie. Yeah, that's, I didn't even, I wish I
No,
had
not
that.
serious at all. We're all fun and games here.
Well, speaking of fun and games, Dateline! Tampons!
Oh, no.
Kimberly Clark is recalling 1,500 cases of Kotex tampons.
That's a graphic of Tampax, Eliza.
What are you, a woman? I made a mistake. You have to get over it. What do you care? It just prevents you from having a good time, so that may as well be a baby. Here we go.
It never stopped me before.
I don't really look at brand. As long as it's not like an off-brand or a store brand, I just kind of grab whatever. What about you?
By the way, there are no tampon commercials anymore. No, they don't even need to be, really.
Wait, am I
There
to understand that you don't
You're in them.
No.
You're in tampon
There's tons
commercials?
of tampon
That
commercials.
is not me. I'm setting the record straight. That's not me.
That's her. Anytime there's a Latina that's like, I need protection and odor absorption, a lot of odor absorption. That's you.
Wait, Eliza, am I to understand that you don't have any like customer loyalty to something that goes inside your vagina?
I buy that one. I buy the one that works with the thing. It's got a string. It's made of. No one wants to hear this. I have customer loyalty to a big brand. If you're like, check out the new indie brand. We have a zine that we talk about it. It's made of recycled jojoba. I'd be like, nope. I do that one. That's probably the one, Tampax, because it's got the word tamp kind of in it. I also frequent Tampa. Tampon floor. Let's keep going.
Can we get through this tampon story?
I'm doing the best I can.
Yeah.
Really, drag this one out as long as possible.
Sorry, it's not a heavy flowing story. 1,500 cases of Kotex tampons were recalled because of plastic tubing that may have been contaminated with bacteria that could cause dangerous infections, a spokesperson for the company said Monday. The recall applies to limited lots of Kotex Natural Balance Security Unscented Tampons Regular Absorbency. This, however, doesn't apply to Kotex's Unholy Alliance Security Unscented Tampons Regular Absorbency, Kotex's Natural Balance Security Onion Scented Tampons Regular Absorbency, and Kotex's Nuix tampon, Kotex Gorilla, for when it's just a beast. Side effects of the infection include nausea, cramps, headache, muscle soreness, and thinking you're not pretty. Oh wait, that's just your period. You want more? Well, get ready, because coming up, we've got Joe Paterno, farts, Muslims, wolves, and acting.
I almost made it to level 3.
We're back. Now it's time for Nerd News, the part of the show where Alexa shows off her brain. It's very tiny.
I almost made it to level 3. I just love that graphic. Anyways.
Thank you, I made that.
Harry
Talk about
Potter
Nerd News.
fans.
Made that.
Harry Potter fans.
Skyrim!
Stop it!
Yeah, Skyrim!
Something exciting has been invented, and it is a cloaking device, and I'm gonna get through this as soon as freaking possible. It is a cloaking device, and it's actually not a cloak. It is a material that you can hide behind and then become invisible. And it uses...
Wish I had a cloaking device.
Is that why I don't have a picture of it? Because it's like invisible?
Because it's invisible, thank you.
all right.
Oh,
Also, because there was only a video that showed that it was invisible, and...
Hey there, that was quick thinking.
It is almost exactly like
That's
that.
quick. Eliza.
Yes!
Eliza and her quick thinking.
Thank you to the site Topless Robot, who has turned me on to this device. It is, so far, it's just a piece of material that uses basically the principles of mirages. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's when it gets so hot, there's heat waves, and then like light and color bounces
Everyone
off
knows
of
what
those
a mirage
heat waves.
is.
Well, let me just get
a
technical
hotel
so you
in
know
Vegas.
how the material is. Heat waves, light bounces off of them. when you look at it, all you see is colors, and your mind starts to like make sense of it. So it thinks, oh, it's water, or oh, it's food. So it uses that basic principle, and it's a piece of material that
Is this a real thing in real life?
This is a real thing.
In real life?
No, in fake life. Yes, in real life.
It's not a video game? You really?
No, this is a real product that I am mentioning instead of the video game. And basically you wear it and it emits so much heat that it causes heat waves, and then the heat is quickly transferred to its surrounding areas and like absorbs the images around it. So you hide then in those images. If you'd like to see a video of this, Topless Robot, they got you covered. That's it. That's my nerd news.
Thank you.
And Skyrim was also released.
Cloaking device!
Friday. No, Tuesday, I think.
What is going on?
Skyrim.
I'm killing a dragon for the first time, and after I kill him, I steal his dragon soul.
He's wearing a cloaking device. You're never gonna kill him.
And
Move
I
on.
realized that I'm dragonborn. And I just got set on fire.
Oh my God.
Just so you know, in this game, dragons pop out of nowhere.
That was
all the time.
Stop. In life, dragons pop out of nowhere. They're called issues. They're called periods. They're called Grand Old Dance Party!
The way you see me, yeah, I be the man. I can show you how to turn a rapid to a grand. That's your passion to a band. I like the rhythm, yeah. Can't rubber band, squeezing Uncle Sam, speeding in the lamb. This is the pop and be like, ooh, that's my jam. Watch me fuck the house and then move through the fans.
You just sprung it on me.
That's what happens.
That was earlier than usual.
Yeah,
That was
seriously, that was my cardio for the day.
Yeah, me too. That was an interpretive dance we like to call waterboarding. It's now time for the part of the show where we decide which is the lesser of two evils, who should be shot.
Woo! Oh, I just got excited.
I'm so out of breath, like I'm not even kidding. That is the most you and I have touched in years.
I know. Seriously.
It was nice. You have very soft hands.
Thank you. I just got a scrub.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, I did. Full body.
Did you use salt or sugar?
Sugar. Yeah.
Joe Paterno or everyone else? These are the candidates for each of them. There's Joe Paterno. Clearly that's not everyone else, because it's just one person. So, Joe Paterno, you know all about this story, right? Okay. So, Joe Paterno, now former fired fired coach of Penn State football, started out last week as sort of a martyr. He was a winning coach, loved by thousands of fans and his players, but it's almost as if with the revelation of the details of the 21 accounts of molestation Jerry Sandusky is being charged with, that people are kind of beginning to turn. It's odd. When people thought that the boy may or may not have been maybe lightly molested, maybe it was reported, maybe people were embellishing, it was like, oh, poor Joe, poor fired Joe. He should get a slap on the wrist, but we still love him. And then they went to court, and we found out that molesting really meant butt-fucking 10-year-old boys in a shower and having 15-year-old boys blow Jerry Sandusky. The tides kind of turned with the severity of the accounts. Just think it's interesting that we were okay with him when we thought kids were only being slightly effed up, but now that we know that there was actual butt sex involved, now we turn. P.S. In the other picture of Joe, he kind of looks like the child molester. He's not, but that's a creepy looking picture. Like, that's not a grandpa you want to run to. Great head of hair, though. Any thoughts on BFing?
I'm sorry. Who should be shot, Joe
Who should
or
be shot?
society?
Yeah. We'll do it this way. Who should be shot?
Joe Paterno or actual pedophile? Joe Paterno or the actual pedophile guy?
Well, the actual pedophile guy should absolutely be shot. Jerry Sandusky, the guy in the white in that last picture, should be shot. I guess the question is, who should be shot? Everyone for kind of, here's what it is. He shouldn't be shot. It's everyone else, because everyone was kind of like, oh, we love him so much. And then when they found out how bad it was, then they kind of turned against him. But I think it's sick that people were standing by him in the first place when they weren't really sure what kind of molestation went on. It's the fact that they were like, by the way, these kids' buttholes are bleeding, that they were like, oh, now we're mad at Joe for not reporting on it and not making a bigger deal.
Well, I think in general, like, anytime something goes public, it gets out of hand. And when you know someone personally and you know that they would never do that, even though they did and you don't know them at all, you kind of, like, support them even more, because the media tends to take something and run with it and only show evil things and never show the good things that happen in this world. So
It shows
I
this
think
show.
the pedophile should be shot.
The pedophile, that's not the question. The
You're
pedophile
saying
will be shot.
pedophile society, right?
I don't really know what I was asking. I really just wanted to say butt fuck.
Okay, but if you're gonna ask me a question, in
It
the
wasn't
future,
directed to you.
Butt fuck or not?
It's a hypothetical. It's more a statement in an interrogative form, which I guess is a question. I think it's just funny that people were like, oh, molestation, because we think molestation, we think, oh, little dabble here, little touch there. It's like, no, these kids, like, gruesome accounts of, like, kids against the wall, like, the dude just like, I'm a grown man.
Okay, you don't need to reenact it at all.
I'm Jerry Sandusky. I'm gonna do you in the butt and then make you run suicides. Yeah. That's the worst part. Football two-a-days.
I think you should be shot.
I think you should be shot.
Because I'm so pretty?
Yeah. When we come, get off her.
All right.
When we come back, Wolf Corner, shows you haven't heard of. Damn it. When we come back, Wolf Corner, shows you haven't heard of, and Alexis does Acting Corner. Barely.